Hey guys, it's Charlie with CompetitiveEdgeProducts.com. Just to give you some context with this video, I set up the Regatta 13 in my backyard along with the Kodiak tent, but this video is going to focus on the Regatta. I wanted to set it up as an emergency shelter. It brings me and my family a lot of peace of mind having some of these tents that are stove ready so that we can, be prepared in a natural disaster. And just such a natural disaster was kind of supposed to happen. It was all over the news. Didn't happen quite like we thought, but I put it out here, tested it out, and I want to show you what we found. Okay, so if you look at the white duck, this is the Regatta 13, and it's like frozen too. It has, there's usually a space right here, and you can see there's still a bit of a space right there. On this side, there's more weight. Oh man, it's freezing cold. But this is touching a lot everywhere. But this rainfly is so steep that a lot of it comes off, and look at that. It doesn't want to stick to it, which is great. This has held up so well with all of this weight of this ice, this sleet. Just perfect. So I'm gonna fire up the stove in here, see if I can warm it up enough to melt a lot of this off. Of course, this stuff's kind of insulated with the space in between, so it's not gonna melt. I don't know if you've seen these log holders. They're made by White Duck, but if you haul a lot of wood in and out to your tent, or from where you're storing your wood back to your tent, they sure are nice, especially if you got dirty wood or sappy wood, so you don't get it all over yourself. And they are waterproof. So I'm headed over to the White Duck tent right here to start this one. All right, here in the Bell tent, the Regatta 13, it's 23 degrees. I was gonna say it feels a lot cooler than that. It says it feels like 13. I'm gonna warm this up, see how well this works. This is the small stove. This is the smallest one they have. We could have put a medium in here, a spruce, but I think the small one's gonna do just fine. So let's give it a shot. I'm gonna load it with some wood, and this wood is not amazing wood. It's just from my yard. Like I said, this is kind of an emergency shelter type of video, so I didn't want it to be store-bought wood, but we'll see how well it holds up once we get this roaring. So I'm just gonna close this. I'll leave this damper open. Don't ever touch that with your bare hands. I just know it's still freezing cold because I just started it, and then it's already warming up a little bit though. Warms up pretty quick, and we'll leave the thermometer there and see how long it takes us to get to a comfortable temperature. Right now it's 10:56. I see a little space right there, and if I push it, it'll close most of it. So I know you shouldn't have to do this, and I'm gonna find something else, but for now I'm gonna wedge something in there. Look at how hot it's already getting up there. Just gonna wedge that in there for a minute. That way it just keeps no smoke or anything will come out this way. It just keeps it all going that way. And it's really important, if I was putting it out, that seal be sealed right there when I close this. I can feel the temperature going up a bit. It's been 5 minutes. It's 36 degrees now. I don't know if you can hear all the white noise. It's a fantastic tent for snow, for heavy snow, because you got this really thick galvanized pole. And there's a lot of snow already on it. Let me show you. This is probably the best one here. But I left it on because while the heater's on, it kind of acts as insulation when you have some snow on there. And then once it warms up, I tap it off, but I'll just show you. You just... And because it's so steep, it's the slope, it just slides off pretty good. But it can still accumulate a lot and hold a lot. You see how much it's weighing down on this? All right, you can see it's 11:07, so it's been about 11 minutes. 23 degrees outside. It feels like 13 outside, but you can see the temperature climbing in here. That thing is so efficient, and of course, as heat rises, you know, the temperature up here is even warmer than down here, but it's soon, you know, kind of just spreads and dissipates everywhere. But so this is a 13-foot regatta, and I'm just going to give you a quick tour of this and show you the gear that I have. It's 13 foot in diameter. It's a bell tent. It breathes. You can get ventilation out through those. Even with this heavy snow, you can still see there's a daylight, and I can knock some of that off too, and still allows it to breathe. But you've got the center pole that keeps it up. I got the stove going. The stove is a Colorado cylinder. It's a small version. That's the box that it comes in, and I saved the box. This is the White Duck, a log carrier, and I've got each of the colors of that and each of the styles because I wanted to try them all. So indispensable if you're ever hauling wood. So if you're storing wood at your tent and you need to bring it elsewhere, you're getting some in the woods or whatever, rather than just carrying it all and getting sap, and, you know, especially if it's dirty wood, and that's dirty wood because that's from the back of my yard. It's nice to have those. I've got the floor liner in here, and the floor liner is a 12 by 12. Nope, it's a 12 by... Yeah, it's a 12 by 12. That's the packaging for it. But because this is 13 in diameter and that's 12 foot squared, you can just fold that over. So that's the floor liner that I would recommend if you get one, and I would get something. It's really, really thick canvas. The Regatta 13 has storage pockets over here and here, a screen, so if it was summer or beautiful weather, I could open that up. I'm about 5'9", and from here you can hang like a CO2 alarm and other things, in LED light. But I'm 5'9", 5'10", and this is 7.5 feet tall. I think that's how tall it is. I think it's taller than that. I can't. Anyways, plenty of headspace to move around. Now you can't move around if you're at the very edge, but there certainly is plenty where I feel like I'm not like claustrophobic in here and can stretch out. And then it's taller right here as well towards the door. You've got windows around the bottom. It comes with a floor, and you can see the floor in there. It's kind of like a poly type material, like a tarp. And there's also a tarp underneath it, by the way, so that when I pack this up, I don't have to wipe off the bottom. I mean, in this case, it will probably be wet, but it won't be muddy. And we're at 53. All right. About 20 minutes it took, and I mean, I can take my jacket off and just chill in here, so did pretty good. That little stove works great. Here's the outside. I thought it had knocked all the snow off from the inside, but it didn't. Stuff to come around. But the Regatta is doing awesome. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And for pricing and availability, check out our website, competitiveedgeproducts.com. We have lots of different sizes, lots of different styles.